Oh, yeah, the full document is also out. We published that also last night.
Okay.
But very quickly on the cost of living. So it's not just a high-level conversation of reducing the cost of living. He talked about the four parts of the cost of living: energy, rent, transport, and food. On energy, he was clear that we're going to have to dilute the current cost of energy by bringing on board about 2,000 megawatts of solar power. It's specific. On transport, for example, he's spoken about moving to high-capacity electronic vehicles so that the things that cause the escalation in the cost of public transport, usually fuel prices and spare parts, are contained. So move to electronic vehicles so that the fuel pass-through cost is eliminated. Also, if you are doing the CD-based flat rate import for spare parts, you are also then able to contain the spare parts side. So transport he dealt with. Food as well, he was extensive on how food inflation can be contained. On rent, he spoke about housing, and that's what I heard Franklin talking about. The line has been going on and off, so forgive me. I heard Franklin talk about social housing. Yes, he spoke about rent and the program to ensure that eventually access to housing for all is boosted so that the price point will come down. Now, on the currency, again, I heard Franklin talk about it. It's a very important matter to people. He told an elaborate story of how the gold purchase program then came to back the gold for oil program and how he now wants to expand it to cover other forex demands so that the demand for forex is curbed. You have multinationals in this company that are sometimes looking for 100 million, 200 million to evacuate out of the country. And now, as he explained, the move is to now get them to give us the CD so that we can go through the gold purchase program to ensure that they get dollars on the other side without putting pressure on the limited forex on the market. And that's a big, bold move to curb the demand for forex on the Ghanaian market. So I think he's been specific. We are happy to have a debate on the specifics and to question them and to provide answers like we're doing this morning. But I don't think it's that these issues were, in jest. The last point, and frankly makes a point, I agree with that. Some of these ideas have been floated before. The difference will be in execution. For those ideas that have been floated before, the difference will be in execution. For example, when he talks about a Buy Ghana First policy, he makes the point that we're going to back it with legislation. That has never been done. So the idea, as you mentioned, you may have heard it before, but this time around, we're going to back it with legislation. And for public procurement, you have to prove that you can't find it in Ghana or you can't find a made-in-Ghana version before you are going for an external version. Because remember, the old structure of public procurement has just mostly focused on cost. We are introducing a new dimension into it that focuses on ensuring that Ghanaian products should be purchased first. And he's mentioned amendments to the Public Procurement Act and to the local content bill to be able to do that.
Kojo, I have a single question on illegal mining. Illegal mining is mentioned twice in the full manifesto. One, it says you want to collaborate with national security to curtail illegal mining activities ongoing along the rail corridor. The other one is also talking about addressing the negative impact of illegal mining on cocoa growing areas. Is this the new strategy to fight illegal mining?
No, there are just two elements of the new strategy. The new strategy also includes the Minerals Development Bank, also includes the geological work for identifying where gold reserves are, also includes extending support to miners, and number 4, expanding the community mining programs. And let me explain. One of the reasons for which people are doing this illegal mining, especially in water bodies, etc., is because they are looking for gold. They are looking for economic activity to get gold so that they can also make a living. Very often, they are, under the guise of prospecting, doing this illegal mining. Under the entire program, 2 of the elements that you've mentioned and the other 4 that I've mentioned, government is now taking on the responsibility in the Bawumia administration to do the geological survey so that you don't have to go and explore. So this whole exploration game is going to end under the new model. Number 2, the financing required so that you do it with the right equipment and in the right way is also being provided under the Minerals Development Bank that has been mentioned in this manifesto. Number 3, logistics, like the gold catcher machine, etc., and yesterday he highlighted that one, are also going to be made available to support you. And then number 4, the success of the community mining schemes. And you notice that since the community mining scheme started, places where you had a lot of illegal mining activity and a lot of confusion, which were now redirected into community mining, there's less opprobrium there. So now when you expand and you ease the processes for community mining, then you are going to get the whole combination of these things move there. In that case, now when you say that you are working with national security on this side to ensure that those who should go to the proper sites are still here, you are pushing them out of it, it's has higher chances of succeeding in that area. So no, it's not just that tool. It's a broader program, as I've explained. These two that you've mentioned are part of this bigger program, and you find all of the other elements in the manifesto.
Okay. Thank you, Kojo. But frankly,